Ladies and gentlemen, hey, hi, how you doing? Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for stopping by. Yesterday, we got some of the most surprising news for Call of Duty that we've seen in some time, where they, in fact, actually listened to a pretty large community request. There's been a lot of ongoing issues in Call of Duty for the past while now, some of which the community is very vocal about. We've got things like the insane cheating issue that still has yet to be fully addressed. They mentioned it here, but this is a thing that we've heard time and again that's really just like you have to prove it in game scenario. There are the servers, which they just refuse to talk about ever. I don't know why that is such a hush quiet subject for them, but they don't address the servers ever. The cosmetics in game being another one, and that's really what the announcement yesterday was about. They of course posted their community update yesterday, and we covered this in a video right as it dropped. I stopped everything and was immediately going to record this because I could not believe it was coming across my timeline. But in this, Call of Duty does their little PR statement of, hey, we hear your feedback, we're listening to you. The feedback hits home, we take it seriously, we hear you. This is not the first time we're hearing that phrase of, oh, we hear your feedback, we hear you on that, we're taking that into consideration. They had said it multiple times about various different things with Black Ops 7 already. The tone here is similar to what we've seen before. It also might be a little more meaningful at this point because when we've heard it in years past with Black Ops 6, with Modern Warfare 3, other games that have been criticized for various reasons, there wasn't a Battlefield 6 in those years, putting a whole lot of pressure on them. So that maybe changes things up a little bit. That, I think, is largely in part why Call of Duty is doing this. Let's get one thing straight before we go on with what I think is a little bit troublesome about this announcement, and something we really got to watch for this year that I think all of us truly will be holding them accountable for if anything fishy ends up happening. But this is a result of a multitude of things. This is the community being very vocal about them announcing carry forward, and people saying, okay, well, now we have Beavis and Butthead and American Dad and Nicki Minaj and the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles all gonna run around in Black Ops 7. So way to go. Way to make Black Ops 7 feel unique. It's not going to at all beyond season 1, right? So there was a huge part of the community that had a response to that in a negative way. Call of Duty clearly heard that to some capacity. You also have Battlefield 6 directly responding to large community feedback very quickly, very transparently with everything going on in their game. A situation that Call of Duty is not really doing and has not done for some time. So makes Call of Duty look a little bit worse when Battlefield is kind of one-upping them in the communication department. You also probably have the situation where pre-orders for Black Ops 7 are not doing phenomenally. They're doing okay now. They've, I believe, passed Battlefield a little bit in the days since, but for a while, Battlefield was still outselling COD on the PlayStation Store and everything. Like, the pre-orders this year are down by comparison to basically every other year for COD. And so this is a mixture of things that probably finally got them to wake up. Like, whatever the real spark is here that gets COD to actually listen, so be it, so long as they are seemingly listening. And part of this is pretty transparent, pretty straightforward, specifically when it comes to them canceling carry forward for Black Ops 7. No operators, no weapons from Black Ops 6 will be in Black Ops 7. They'll still be in Warzone. You'll just get gobblegums and XP tokens in Black Ops 7 there. The rest of this is all prove it, right? Like, we've heard a billion different things about Ricochet. Them talking, oh, we've got this update coming, we've got that update coming, and it's always, okay, that's great. Let's see it in effect. Like, the words don't mean anything here. You have to see it being utilized. And so when Black Ops 7 launches, they have more security measures in place. We'll see if what they're saying is a new update is actually effective. Time's gonna tell there. We'll see what happens. Same deal with this, where they say in Black Ops 7, bundles and items need to be crafted to fit the Black Ops identity. This is a theme, and Activision has done this before. So here's where things get really spicy, if you will. We're going to be holding them accountable. This is something that I'm sure will be referenced dozens of times this upcoming year, because here's where things get weird a little bit fishy, and players, rightfully so, are skeptical of this. I'm skeptical of this because we know Activision's word doesn't always mean that much, because they say one thing and then they don't actually do it. So in the situation of canceling, carry forward, okay, that's action. We have that. We know that's a real thing now. Everything else here, sticking to this Black Ops identity, we hear the feedback, we've been here before. Even with the carry forward section, Black Ops 7 needs to feel authentic to Call of Duty and its setting. That's why Black Ops 6 operator and weapon content are not carrying forward to Black Ops 7. Well, keep this phrasing in mind. We have to fit the Black Ops identity. we got to fit with the setting, because last year they said the same thing. This is the Black Ops 6 pre-order benefits and everything detailed for the game, what you need to know. And if you scroll all the way down to their carry forward section here, they say this: we want to make sure that everyone starts fresh together as we move into Black Ops 6, allowing everyone to experience the Black Ops universe in the way it's meant to be played, learning the era-specific weapons and gear, learning the gameplay innovations. Therefore, MW2 and MW3 content will not carry over. So the reason that they gave for MW2 and MW3 weapons not being in Black Ops 6 was because they did not fit the Black Ops identity, the Black Ops experience. And yet, somehow, Beavis and Butthead fit the Black Ops identity and experience. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles fit the Black Ops identity in the Black Ops experience. You see where I'm going with this. Specifically talking MW2 and MW3 guns, yeah, they don't really fit in a Black Ops game set in the 90s. They don't make sense. So it's understandable why they're not doing that. But if you're trying to base all your content off the Black Ops universe and that Black Ops identity, then what happened halfway through the year when we started seeing the most ridiculous things released in the store every single week, basically, season after season? So when you hear them say this for Black Ops 6, and then they say essentially the same thing for Black Ops 7, there is justified hesitancy and justified skepticism. So at launch, we know Black Ops 7 is going to be rooted to whatever Black Ops 7 is. Now, it is futuristic. It is a little bit more advanced in 2035. And so I know I've seen a lot of people already saying, well, look at the Vault Edition. That's not on brand. That's not the Black Ops identity. And I understand. I think they do look goofy. They look a little bit out there. They're not the craziest, flashiest skins we've ever seen, but they are a little bit more out there. They're not super grounded, if you will, which is funny because they actually used that phrase in this initial community update here. However, for 2035, the little advanced tech that they've got is ultimately on brand, I guess. It's in era and on theme for what the game is. The Vault Edition stuff usually is maybe a little bit more outlandish, a little bit more crazy as well. I mean, Black Ops 6 had some pretty crazy Vault Edition stuff as well, as we saw in that image back on that Black Ops 6 pre-order blog and everything. So the Vault Edition is one thing. Like, I absolutely think that there is a justified hesitancy there as well, like pointing to that and using that as an example. Okay, if you're going to the Black Ops identity, is this on brand? Is this on theme? We'll see once we have like the full idea of the game. It seems like it could be, but still a little bit out there. However, when it comes to season 1, season 2, season 3, when we start to see more store bundles, because for the first month or so, usually in COD, it's pretty grounded. There's nothing too flashy or extravagant. There's not even that much store content. Like, a lot of times the store doesn't even get updated until season 1 with like the Warzone integration and stuff. But they say they're going to be focusing on the Black Ops identity, the Black Ops experience, and staying true to the Call of Duty title and its setting. Well, time's gonna tell here. They have to prove this, because they've said they're gonna do this already once before, and we ended up with the most ridiculous cosmetics and identity crisis, really, in Call of Duty history. We've seen some crazy stuff in the past. Advanced Warfare, Black Ops 3, Infinite Warfare, those had crazy skins. Black Ops 4 had some pretty crazy skins. We had some interesting ones in MW 2019, Cold War. We had wild skins in MW3. Black Ops 6 is the winner here when it comes to the most outlandish, the most craziest, the most off-brand content and crossovers here. So they have to prove it. We've heard the same song and dance, and they have not held true to it. They have not backed up their words with action. So this community update is a step forward. Whatever you want to believe led to this happening, the pressure of Battlefield 6, the low pre-orders, community outcry, and backlash, all of it combined really is what I think it is. This is a small win here. I said yesterday we won. Some people didn't really like that I said that, because they feel like it takes away from the issues, the larger issues with skill-based and the servers and the cheaters and everything. And I completely agree. Look, those are far more issues. The cosmetics and the skins are lower down on the list of actual problems and actual priorities Call of Duty should be working on right now, but it's also probably the easiest one. They can say, hey, we're just going to not do that. They just don't make those bundles, or they just don't do the carry forward, right? So while this is a small win in and of itself, there's still a long way to go with a lot of other things that Call of Duty needs to address. Hopefully, the pressure of all these aforementioned things, community backlash, because we're not slowing down on holding them accountable for their terrible anti-cheat, their terrible servers, the ridiculous skill base. Like, I'm going to be harping on this stuff constantly when the beta comes out and I'm reviewing it. I'm always critical in that stuff. Same same deal at launch. We're going to continue to keep an eye on that. Hopefully community outcry and backlash can maybe, force their hand a little bit there. And then Battlefield 6 with its pressure and the general sentiment around Black Ops 7 still not being super high yet. Hopefully this continues to actually make Call of Duty respond in ways they should have been doing for a long time now, and not just when they have, a competitor creeping up that might actually cause some problems for them. Ultimately, this is why competition is great, and I've been spamming this line lately, but when Battlefield 6 is good, it's going to make Call of Duty better, and it's already proving true here. So rooting for both games, obviously, of course, but also there is some justifiable reason to still be hesitant about Call of Duty and really say, what is your motive here? Are you actually going to do that? Because history has proven Call of Duty and Activision are not always consistent with what they say they're going to do. So we'll be monitoring this. If come season 1, we have ridiculous skins running around in Black Ops 7, I can guarantee you're going to get a video notification, which you should be subscribed with noties on if you want to stay up to date with everything going on in COD, but you'll get that notification with an all caps title of me not being very happy that they've lied to us yet again. So time will tell here, but let's not get it twisted. Activision has said this stuff before. Activision has done these things before, and it's turned out poorly. So we'll be watching. That's going to wrap things up for this video, though. As I mentioned, if you want to ensure you're always up to date with everything going on in COD, no better place than right here. So feel free to hit that sub button. And if you enjoyed this video, a like rating is always seriously appreciated as well. But once again, thank you so much for tuning in. And until next time, take it easy. Have an awesome rest of your day, and I'll catch you later. Peace out.